joining us to do the discussion this evening is a gentleman called Joshua Ni Ama Solomon. And this particular edition, we are talking about the issue of vote buying in Ghana politics. And let me just read a short article before I introduce the guest for today. Ayawaso East NDC primary. Why feed people for votes? Are they your children? Kofi Kapito. The Chief Executive Officer of the Consumer Protection Agency, Kofi Kapito, has criticized the practice of providing food and other incentives to voters during political primaries, describing it as unethical and counterproductive. Speaking on Joy News AM about voter inducement during party primaries, he said, "It is not just an NDC thing, it is a Ghana thing." Joshua, let's delve into the NDC Ayawaso primaries. What are your thoughts initially?
Good evening to all viewers. Regards to my Member of Parliament, Honorable Teresa Ladiawuni.
Oh, okay.
And the MC of Okankwe North, Honorable Christian Tetebaja. Keep up the good works. All right, so the issue with Ayawaso East, it didn't come as a surprise to most of us, because in Ghana, or for some time now, we have seen and heard of such issues during and after elections. However, I was very glad when a lot of things were put in place quickly as the party, as government, and even also majority caucus. So we'll discuss that as we go forward.
Do you think, do you agree with Kofi Kapito that it's not an NDC thing, it's a Ghana thing?
Like I said, there's no new. There's no new.
Okay.
Yes, there's no new. Inducing people for votes, or in quote, vote buying, is not something new in Ghana.
Okay.
We've had a number of by-elections, a number of general elections, a number of primaries, and these things come up. However, I'm happy leadership, we have shown leadership this time around, and the issue must be dealt with, and dealt with well. Okay,
so do you think that Baba Jamal was used as a scapegoat of a sort to pay for a rather eternal problem?
Not really, not really. There are times and seasons. We all agree we are in a season where government really wants to show leadership. We are in a season where we call it reset.
Okay.
The leadership of government wants to let Ghanaians know or appreciate the reason why they voted them into power.
Okay.
And this reset cuts across all areas. Okay. So the times and season we are in, that is how come we are seeing all this. But they are not new.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, they are not new. However, government has shown leadership. Government has shown leadership in handling this matter. Government issued a communique that they had recalled Baba Jamal. I'm not sure if it were to be the previous government, there will even be in the first place a communique such as that from government.
Okay.
I'm not sure because of past precedents. Okay, and that was done mainly because, according to the statement, this Baba Jamal is a public officer.
Yeah.
Yes, and for such allegations against public officer, where we saw on TV, it was alleged delegates saying they received TV from Baba Jamal.
Yeah.
They are alleged though, however.
But indeed, I think they questioned Baba Jamal, and he said that there was nothing wrong with sharing television sets.
Yes, he said that. He said that, and
so
that
to an extent, it's no longer an allegation. Maybe he has spoken to it.
No,
indeed.
No, even though he said that in public, it's still an allegation because you haven't tested or you haven't dealt with the matter either in the court or at the committee level or whatever. So we can still say it is alleged.
That's okay.
Yes.
But is it? Let me, as young people, okay, you're a young person, and being a young politician, I do not know if you think that this action by government and the NDC caucus in Parliament was far-reaching enough.
For me, it is okay. It is okay. However, I disagree with Parliament in an aspect of their communique. So first, I agree government has shown leadership as a public servant. Such a thing shouldn't be done by you. Okay. So government recalling, or the president recalling Baba Jamal is in order.
By the way, did they
Majority
call
caucus.
the lady? I'm told there was
Yes, I'll get to that.
Okay,
I'll get to that.
Okay.
Majority caucus also coming out to say the election should be annulled. I also agree to that.
Okay.
However, I disagree to it that the candidates should be banned for life.
Okay.
That is too harsh.
Okay.
That is too harsh. Now let's come to the party. Right after the news was circulating, the party signed by the General Secretary, Honorable Fifi Kwete, came out that they had seen all that has gone on and they condemn it.
Yeah.
And subsequently, they brought another letter that they have formed a committee to probe into the matter.
Yeah.
Fast forward, Fifi Kwete again, after the committee had done their report, brought it to effect, Fifi Kwete granted an interview and he said few things. The committee also suggested they are now the results or the primary. Yeah. However, there were challenges.
On the back of the fact that
the timeline, okay. There's no provision in our constitution that deals with annulment of primaries.
Okay.
You get it? So they were handicapped. And looking at the time for the by-election, we need to now, and there were also illegal issues.
Yeah, yeah.
If they do it, the candidate may take it to court and all that. However, he said something that I was really, really glad. He said, though government has recalled one of the candidates or the people in the picture, there were about 5 people that contested.
Yeah.
And we heard, it's also alleged that some other candidates also shared induced voters.
Yeah.
However, it's Baba Jamal's own that came out clearly because that was physical TV. Yeah. We heard some gave X, some shared money, whether Momo or cash, we can't tell. You understand? So Fifi also added that it would also be okay if the others who were also alleged to have shared some or induced voters should also be recalled because some are on boards.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are aware Ajia Amina is on 2 boards.
3 ahead.
3 boards. Yeah. The constituency chairman, Alabi, also has on 1 or 2 an appointment or so. So if that could be also considered, they will know. But not all situations are the same. I want to be hopeful that, first of all, whose mandate is it to curb or to control election campaign spending? Okay, so I would say it's in twofold. First of all, like Honorable Fifi Kwete said, the NDC doesn't have a provision for annulment. So in the first place, when the parties will agree to have such positions in their constitution, then at the primary level, they can curb it.
At the party level?
At the party level.
Okay.
Now, I'm aware vote inducement is criminal.
It's a criminal, yeah.
Then when it comes to the national level, there are agencies that can come in. OSP can come in, CID can come in and all that. Yeah. So for now, parties should, you will agree recently, Fifi Kwete mentioned aside the 3, they even expanding the committee, 3-member committee chaired by Honorable Totobi Kwachi to a 7-member committee, whereby they will look into, come out with suggestions and report how to deal with such issues. Okay. That is election annulment and all that. Okay. So with that, as the parties agree to do that, definitely they'll curb it at their, but it will not be easy.
And how about campaign financing in general? Are we not supposed to be, since it's a political party, are we not supposed to be aware of how they fund their campaigns?
This issue has been with us for a long time.
Yeah.
And it will be difficult for MPs or politicians to agree in public that this canker is still in existence. To curb it will not be easy because delegates, there must be a lot of advocacy and sensitization. Yeah. Delegates have also come to agree that this is their cocoa season in quotes. And what is cocoa season? Mm-hmm. These politicians come round, we go rounds with them. When they win power, they don't pay attention to us. Yeah. So when they come again, we have to now transact with them, which is very wrong.
Yeah.
Which is very wrong. And it's making elections very expensive for youth like you and I.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't afford sharing TVs. Meanwhile, some of us may be very good, have brilliant ideas, resourceful, to play such roles in the society. However, because of such things, we may be deterred from going into politics or going into elections.
But let me test this personally as Joshua Solomon. Are you sure that you would reject a gift from a candidate? Let's face it. I've been a delegate before. I've also been a candidate before.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to reject a gift from a candidate that, okay, take this, take your lorry fare, take breakfast, take a motorbike, and then ride and come and vote for me now?
All right, there's an interesting question. So my first time I voted as a delegate was during the 2023 NDC flag bearership election. Okay. And during that season, we were all delegates. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama gave all delegates, I think, 40 cedis as TNT.
Okay.
TNT. I do remember I went for that money.
Okay.
From my house to where we voted, it's less than 40 cedis if I'm picking a trosky or even taxi. It may be 20 cedis. Okay. I was driving, buying fuel, 20 cedis fuel could go. However, I went for that money and I gave it out to somebody. Okay. That's what I did. Okay. That day, I even served as one of the polling agents for John Mahama. Okay. So that was the reason why I went for that TNT. It came in the name of TNT. Recently, we heard NDC, MPP had their primaries, and people were receiving 1,000 cedis, 700 cedis. I asked myself, how could 1,000 cedis be TNT? Not even the funding. You can't tell me if I'm in Okankwe or I live in Akweteman and we are having our primary somewhere in Achimota.
So maybe you need Uber comfort.
700 cedis. 700 cedis for TNT from Akweteman to Achimota or Akweteman to Nobaman. That cannot be TNT. You understand? So for me, I'm of the view this TNT, I will not accept it. Okay. I will not accept it. We'll be going for branch elections. If I stand for branch elections, I'm voted as a branch executive, I'll be a delegate. When time comes, any candidate that comes, that gives me money to vote for them, I'll not receive it.
So of all the ideas we have espoused so far, what would be your magic bullet if you should press one button to end the monetization of politics in Ghana? What would you go for?
So the party should come out with a provision. One, there should be sensitization. You shouldn't target those who are giving and leave those who are receiving.
But are you sure somebody will decide not to receive if they are giving?
Yes, it will depend on the provision that will come out with. You understand? If we get to know a delegate receives, and there could be, let's say, a provision that says that any delegate that receives is caught receiving will now be what? Expelled, or now you lose your position as a delegate.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. So we used to look at it. It's a two sides of the coin. Yeah. It will help us, we the youth, that do not have these financiers, that do not have these funds, where we have brilliant ideas, we have the energy, we have the support of the youth, fellow youth, that we can go for such positions without money.
Without money.
You understand? Because we don't have it.